Women's March, Gloria Steinem, and other things nearly 6 months after Amber Heard's defeat by Johnny Depp, signed the open letter of support for her. The letter, which was provided to NBC News, purportedly criticizes the growing misuse of defamation cases, alleging that they are employed to intimidate those who speak out against domestic and sexual abuse. This letter is the largest public expression of support for Heard since her shocking defeat by Depp on June 1 after nearly 6 months of silence. The National Organization for Women, the National Women's Law Center, Equality Now, and the Women's March Foundation were among the organizations that signed it. Heard was the subject of a lawsuit filed by Depp earlier this year on the grounds that her account of experiencing domestic abuse in a 2018 Washington Post op-ed was false. Has hurt his filmography. Heard filed a $100 million countersuit. On June 1, a jury determined that a claim that the Pirates of the Caribbean actor had engaged in sexual assault and domestic abuse was false. All 3 of Depp's defamation allegations were upheld by the jury, and he was given $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive penalties. However, in order to comply with Virginia law, which places a cap on punitive damages at $350,000, the damages were reduced to that amount. Heard received a $2 million compensatory damages award, but no punitive damages. A representative of the organization that wrote the letter in Heard's favor, who wished to remain unnamed, told NBC News that she thinks that after the trial, people were reluctant to speak up because they saw what was happening to the few who had, one person said. According to reports, the open letter also claims that Heard and her supporters have been the targets of ongoing online harassment that has been fueled by misinformation, misogyny, biphobia, and a monetized social media environment where a woman's allegations of domestic violence and sexual assault were mocked for entertainment. According to the letter, the claimed persecution of Heard and her supporters was unprecedented in both intensity and magnitude. The letter continues by asserting that Heard's online criticism and the verdict show a fundamental ignorance of intimate partner and sexual assault and how survivors respond to it. Heard submitted an appeals brief last month in an effort to challenge the jury's verdict.